be the most powerless person. So every learning that we do, if it is just leading to knowledge, it's not going to serve you. I think it should lead to action. And why we need information? Because if we have information about things we don't know, we make it courageous to do because we know something about it right now. That gives us the courage to act because now we know what it is. Thank you. Because a lot of people, who would discourage you, all those people who have lost it at one point of their life and given up on that. So it has become their reality and they are selling that reality to you. So it is an opinion, it's not a fact. When somebody says it's not possible, you can't do it or what it is, it's their point of view. It's not the reality. Your reality is what you create. Is what you believe it's possible. See, if you are a hustler is somebody is always on the move. If you're that hungry person and always stay hungry and you're hustling every day, and you hustle because you have a sense of urgency. One thing I think what people need the most is sense of urgency. And that's one thing, if you don't have a sense of urgency, you tend to delay, you tend to procrastinate, you tend to find excuses, you find so many reasons why it can't be done. But if you have a sense of urgency and a complete faith in yourself, that you fall, okay, you will get up, you do it again. Successful people, they fall, but they get up very fast. Unsuccessful people, they fall, and they just be there for quite some time. It takes them a long time to get up and get moving. I think every time you fail, understand you're getting closer to a success. That's what successful people do. If something doesn't work, they don't cry over it. They just get hungry. Let's try the next one. Let's do the next thing. They move on right away. They do more things in a short period of time. But a lot of average performers, they do less things in a long period of time. I think what we need to do is, in that limited period of time, we do more. We demand more. We take massive action during that time. And that gives us the results. Way of creating that breakthrough, we need to work on what works. That is smart work. Work on more things that is working. And stop doing those things which is not working. But the problem is we are all habituated. We all have habits. We have been doing that for long, so we tend to continue to do that, even if it is not working for us. Now this is where you need to draw the line and drop those things that's not really giving us any results. Work on what works and focus on the majors. The majors. Some people, they focus on the minors and they get minor results. Because if you want to have more of those things, what others don't have, you should be willing to do things what others are not willing to do. That's the catch. If you're willing to do what others are not willing to do, you'll have everything what others don't have. It's all about breaking that comfort zone and doing things differently. Which one is the most uncomfortable for you, go do that first. Game. So if you want to create more success, his bottom line comes to the same principle. It's the numbers game. It's again going back at the numbers. The number of prospects you have, the number of closes you make, number of territories you work, number of people who work with you, or number of branches you have, the number of hours you put into it. There's a saying that average companies have what is called a CCT. CCT means customer contact time. The actual time customer and the salesperson spend the time with a customer, CCT, for most of the average companies is less than 2 hours. You agree on that? They spend less than 2 hours with a customer and they expect magical results. They work 8 hours a day. It's a way, if you want to increase your productivity, you have to increase customer contact time. The real physical time or cyber time that you spend time with your customer, you've got to increase that time. You can take different ideas, put it together, it becomes a new idea. So you can mix ideas. We can mix people. There's a second thing called people mix. People talk about their experience and you learn from their experience, their viewpoint, their insight, their foresight, their foresight, their oversight, their vision, their knowledge, their experience, their information. You mix it up. When people get together and network, what happens? You get new ideas. Again, people mix. The third thing is called activity mix. You mix activities. You don't keep doing the same thing. You try different things. If one thing doesn't work, you try different things. The second thing doesn't work, you try the third thing. You keep working, doing different things. That's called the activity mix. So you mix ideas, you mix people. So two things are happening today. Ideas are getting mixed. And we have people getting mixed. We have the networking. And next thing what we need to do is come out with great insights in which you can try different things. Come out with ideas where we could go experiment, play it out, and make it happen. More importantly, every challenge that you go through is a goal that you haven't accomplished. Every challenge that you face, it's a goal that you haven't accomplished. If somebody says, I have a financial problem, that's a challenge. It's because he has not set a financial goal for himself. If somebody says, I have a health problem, a health challenge, well, that's not a goal that he has set for himself. So every challenge that we experience is nothing but a goal that we haven't set and realized. So what you got to do is that you got to name your challenge and turn that into a goal. So instead of looking at challenge, we have this problem, that problem, we have this issue over here, this challenge over here, turn that everything into a goal. And then look out for ways to figure it out. So the smart question we can ask is, how can I? Not why this is happening. How can I turn things around? How can we find a solution? So what we need to do right now is to reframe the challenges. And this is what happens when you reframe the challenges. When you change the way you look at something, what you look at changes completely. It's all in the eye of the beholder. Your reality, your experience is very individual. It's very personal. We can have the same event and we can go back with different experiences. It's all how we respond to it, how we look at it. Not only investment, in any business, what we need to have is long-term optimism. There's a huge difference between short-term optimism and long-term optimism. Most of the people are short-term optimistic. So the question is, are we short-term optimistic people about our conditions, or are we long-term optimistic people? And most of us are short-term. If I tell you today, I'll give you 10,000 rupees today, and I'll tell you the second option is that I'll give you 20,000 rupees after 1 year. Which one people tend to go for? 10,000 rupees today. Can't wait. You can't wait for the next year. So that's a virtue that comes along in a volatile times, in times where things are not going your way.
Thank you, Paul, for giving such a motivational speech and motivating our members from across the country. Thank you.